know me 91, bet they know me now. I'm the young Harlem nigga with the Goldie sound. Can't no P&B niggas hold me down. Cooler, school me to the game, now I know my duty. Stay humble, stay low, blow like Woody. True pimp niggas spin no dough on the booty. And yeah, that your name scared though you cutie.
Your next contest is a featherweight contest of 4 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you firstly, in the red corner, wearing the purple and white trunks, he comes from Walsall and weighs in at 9 stones exactly. Tonight, engaging in his 116th contest. Please give a big round of applause for Delroy Spencer. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black and white trunks. He fights out of Crayford and also weighs in at 9 stone. Tonight, engaging in his second contest. Please welcome Louis Pettitt. Your timekeeper is Bob Edgeworth. Your referee at the bell is Richie Davis. This is 4 3-minute rounds. Boxers, please.
Okay, fellas, you both know what I expect of you. Behave yourselves, do as you're told, and above all, defend yourselves at all times. Shake hands, good luck to you both.
Seconds out.
An opportunity here to assess the early progress of a good amateur, the 19-year-old Louis Pettitt from Crayford, here in the black and white. Sold a few tickets tonight as well in Brentwood, and in again with Delroy Spencer, a veteran now, good operator on the circuit, and he's been in with pretty much everybody. Nearly 42 and still in good nick, isn't he?
He's always in tremendous nick. He boxes regularly, so he's never out of shape. Knows all the tricks, always puts up a show. And the fact that they've boxed already and they're putting it straight back on again. I didn't see the first meeting, but I reckoned it must have been pretty entertaining.
It was a good one, competitive, 6 weeks ago on the Shinny Bayar Ashley Sexton bill over in Dagenham. Nice little neat moves from Pettitt, but the old tricks of Spencer, who's still got some hand speed, despite his best days really being down in the flyweight division, this at featherweight.
Pettitt looks very nifty on his feet, you know, very quick, nice little feints before he goes to work. I can see how he was such a good amateur. I think the pro game will suit him fine. You know, he's nice and compact. A nice little feint there. He's trying to draw leads from Spencer.
Winging a couple of hooks in, Delroy Spencer. A valiant servant of the domestic game since he turned over way back in 1998. Good action though, as Pettitt aims for the body.
Scattered Spencer's defences here. Pettitt, lovely right hand.
Yeah, just has to hold on, Spencer. Neat shot from Pettitt.
I just don't think Spencer knew where the punches were coming from or where Pettitt was going to move to next. So he just lost his way a little bit, had to grab hold, and he's now been warned for that.
Blood from the nose of Delroy Spencer. Just walked into a couple of their reflexes, obviously not what they were a few years ago. Still got quick hands, but Pettitt's got quicker. He's being bullied, isn't he?
Yep, been caught more cleanly than we're used to seeing Spencer caught. He's usually a better survivor than this. Can usually get that chin out of harm's way, but he's not managing that here. Pettitt just a little bit too nifty, a little bit too quick in every department.
Fast flurries from Louis Pettitt. Cute punches, nice start.
What's that right hand? Legs out.
Deep breath, slow down.
Errol Johnson there, who we see virtually every week on Friday Fight Night, is massive stable in the Midlands.
See ya.
Found it tough though, Spencer.
Yeah, he found it really tough. He lost his way a couple of times. He hadn't a clue where the next punch was coming from, so he had no chance of avoiding it. His defences were scattered and just completely lost his way a couple of times in that round. So full credit to Pettitt in only his second professional fight. He's looking like a solid little pro.
It's all right.
There's a familiar face, Alan Smith, good trainer. Took Gary Walcombe to the British title, and Sam Webb recently. Here's the second round, the black and white of Crayford's Lewis Pettitt, who boxed for England as an amateur. 19 years of age. And Delroy Spencer, 41, with the experience. The Centurion, who's now in his 116th fight. Right hand from Pettitt was a good one. Spencer hurt, but tries to come back. Exciting stuff, this.
Let him go, Delroy. Come on, son.
Again, Spencer not dealing with the punches coming from Pettitt. Maybe a little bit of forearm being used there. Referee Richie Davis just wants things tidied up a little bit. I think they were both bending the rules there.
They went the full 4 rounds on Pettitt's professional debut on May the 14th. Will they tonight? I think he's intent on trying to get a stoppage. Rare occurrence against Delroy Spencer, who's usually pretty resilient.
Yeah, well, you wonder maybe if they fancy the stoppage, and that's the reason they've made the rematch. Obviously, in his pro debut, he'd be pretty wound up. No doubt he sold a lot of tickets. So maybe just a little bit over-anxious, but he's certainly looking cooler tonight. Another good right hand.
That was what Errol Johnson was saying in the corner, the right hand giving you problems.
Twice now.
Richie Davis on Spencer's case.
Just a second warning for holding and threatening to take a point. This is the last thing he needs, is that right hand again. Never misses with it.
And again, and a third time from Pettitt. Spencer in disarray, bundling his own punches together, but just can't get out of the way. And Pettitt driving the shots home now.
Well, Spencer's been warned about holding, so he's going to have to find another way to avoid the shots here. I don't think he's the speed of the reflexes. He's trying to do it on the back foot, just trying to make things a little bit easier on himself. Can't blame him.
The speedy little Lewis Pettitt. Only a second fight body shot. And again, Spencer just doubles up. I mean, he is probably nearing the end now, Jim.
Yeah, well, the reflexes not what they were, and when you're a journeyman and you want to survive in fights, you have to cut down on the punishment. And when you start to be caught too cleanly too often, then it's time maybe to get out of there. But Pettitt is very quick, so I don't think Spencer is normally caught as often as this.
Pettitt was only 8 years of age when Spencer made his professional debut. Poles apart.
How you feel? All right. Oh, come on then. Otherwise he's going to chuck you. I can see it happening.
Errol Johnson worried in the corner.
Yeah, well, that's the right hand that Pettitt seldom misses with, and then he gets his head away from the counter. As it lands the punch, dips underneath the counter, working the body too. There's that right hand again several times. It's had Spencer all over the place.
To the referee, you won't have it, he'll kick you out here, okay? Yeah? Right? Good boy, everything good. A little bit more off the jab, feint a little bit, then chuck it. When he goes running, cut him off, don't follow him. Concentrate, yeah? Tuck it up. 2 rounds left.
10 seconds.
Alan Smith there with the advice. Gary Walcombe's in the corner, retired now.
Seconds out.
Put on a couple of stone in weight, so he's pleased that he's done that. Third round, 4-round sprint distance at a rematch of Louis Pettit's professional debut. And it was a tougher encounter with old Delroy Spencer. This one, he's looking better and he's catching Spencer far more often, particularly with that right hand. Courage from the veteran from Walsall, as always. And he used to give good fighters a hard night's work. They all cut their teeth, and didn't they? Nicky Booth, Dale Robinson, Paul Weir, I remember fighting him.
Yeah, he's been in with everyone. And in typical fashion tonight, he's giving it his best. He's just a little bit slow. Pettitt has decided to engage in a war at the start of this round, which is helping Spencer a little bit. It's when he stands off, uses his speed and his talent, that he leaves Spencer behind. Nice left hook from him.
Right hand, body shot just before that. He shakes his head, Delroy Spencer. And he'll try and survive. Won't want to be stopped, especially by a two-fight novice. He's got an attractive style, hasn't he, Pettitt, for the fans?
I think he's maybe just getting a little bit too close to Spencer in this round. That's better. This is the length he wants to be boxing at. Give himself some room. As close as this, you know, he's giving Spencer a chance to spoil a little bit and just nullify his work.
Just out of range with the jab and trying the feints that he'd have picked up in the amateur game. The pedigree there for Pettitt. The fan club too, by the noise that's coming from ringside in this little 4-rounder.
Come on, get yourselves out. Good boy.
Yeah, Spencer finding a way just to get close and nullify the work. Just take the sting out of Pettitt's performance, I think.
Holding when he can, getting the old arm guard up, Delroy Spencer. He won a fair few at the beginning of his career. The British Masters champion at one point. Not a bad fighter, and not a bad journeyman, even at 41.
How you feel?
All right, man.
Good. Stop swinging him, because you're missing. He just rolls and rolls, and then he catches you because he gets the space. Got me? Yeah.
I mean, the game needs fighters like Delroy Spencer for these young prospects to try their stuff with. 54-8 punches landed. You know, it's obvious the way it's going, and it normally does with Spencer fights, but he's useful.
Yeah, of course he is. And you have to remember, this is his job. He does this for a living. He's a journeyman for a living. He's proud. He puts up the best show he can put up, but you can just see now and again, you see the class coming from Pettitt. Right hand, which seldom has missed all the way through. He get a little bit close in the third round there. He wants to give himself a little bit more room. Every now and again, see that little stamp of class from him.
They touch gloves. They've almost shared 8 rounds within 6 weeks. Going over old ground, Louis Pettitt in only his second fight. Second time with Delroy Spencer. He might have been able to force a stoppage, possibly a retirement, and maybe the second round, but Spencer stood up and come back, and now surely he'll find a way to fiddle his way through.
I think Pettitt, they came out intent and improving on the last performance, and he's maybe just becoming a little bit over-eager. Winning it clearly, no problems as far as that's concerned. I think he was looking for the stoppage. So maybe he just wants to settle down. Another 4 rounds under his belt, doing no harm.
Spencer was handed his 100th defeat earlier this month by Danny McDermott. won since his 100th fight, this time last year.
Let him go, Bill. Let him go. Take the left hand out. Let's go, sharp.
What are your first thoughts of Pettitt? I know you didn't see the debut.
No, I like him, some nice moves, he's very lively. Been a long way to go, obviously. Lovely, accurate right hand. And I mean, he's in with a very experienced man. We know Spencer doesn't win too many. But no, I've liked what I've seen. Long, hard road ahead. Certainly a prospect.
From Crayford in Kent. And by the sounds of the Brentwood centre here, he's brought half of them with him tonight. That's important to be a ticket seller. All action, likes to get involved, few skills too. Might be something to work on here with Lewis Pettitt. I thought he might try and fiddle his way through. That's exactly what he's doing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, as I was saying earlier, this is his job. He's not too worried now about winning or losing. Just putting up a show, going the distance, to maybe his next engagement next week.
Yeah, that's important. Going the distance means he can continue the regular activity. Not sure how much longer for Delroy Spencer. Doesn't owe the game anything. Just paydays now for him. And Lewis Pettitt obviously makes it 2 out of 2. Big smile from Delroy Spencer to referee Richie Davis, who I'm sure he's probably been in charge of about 50 times.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll be happy in his corner tonight. Obviously, we don't want to see a third meeting. It's, he showed off his skills, his speed, and tremendous fitness. It was only the 4-round distance, but he didn't stop working throughout the 4 rounds. So that's a good night's work, and good luck to him in his future career.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, your referee Richie Davis scores the contest 40 points to 36 in favour of your winner, and now undefeated in 2 contests, Lewis Pettitt. And he leaves the ring having engaged in his 116th contest. Please, round of applause for Delroy Spencer.